Hey guys, so this is a quick overview of how I did this trolling motor mod for the Lost Creek Angler and also the Riot Makos. So this is a water snake 18-pound thrust trolling motor. The motor mount itself is from Elite One Co. He 3D printed this out for me, and I messaged 5 guys on Etsy. Luckily, out of the 5, he had this kayak, and he was able to use his kayak's dimensions and print the mount out for me. So when you buy this water snake, you gotta shorten the shaft. So mine is short. It's about that much off the kayak, and the reason you gotta use this one is one, because the prop area is small and it's a 2 prop instead of a 3, and this is made to be mounted on the back. So you gotta flip the head of the trolling motor. You gotta take pictures of the wiring, take it off, shorten the shaft, flip it, and then this is how it's gonna look like. This thing is in there good. When you turn it on, that's your forward, off, reverse, low, high. So with this kayak, or sorry, with this trolling motor, it'll push this kayak and on the low speed 2.3 miles per hour. On the high, you'll go 3.3. So I mean, yeah, you can pedal, you can paddle that quick, but you're saving energy. You're not straining yourself with kind of pushing that fast. So these plugs are from Amazon, and then what I did was I used gravity. So I have, off this plug, I have 6-gauge wire running all the way here under my seat. So that's the second plug. And then my battery is a there's a brand, it's a 100 amp battery. I have a breaker right here. I didn't get a Bluetooth battery, so I have a battery indicator right there. I mean, I know people use variable switches with these trolling motors, but it's supposed to help save energy, because high or low, whatever you use, it's drawing the same amperage. But I mean, I used this on Friday and I was trolling, I don't know, 6 hours, probably 5 hours. And I mean, this battery isn't really drained at all. You guys won't tell, but it's at 100 right now. So yeah, that's the setup for the trolling motor. The most important thing, I will link this mount, but this is on Etsy, Elite One Co. He makes this mount, and this thing is perfect. So now the steering, this 8-ball steering is from Feel Free. I purchased this because I had the updated steering for this kayak, and the updated steering itself is junk. This runs all the way out to the old rudder, and it was just terrible. So I got the 8-ball. And guys, don't do that mod where bicycle wires, this and that. It's just the steering itself is junk. So get this 8-ball. This is like $100, and then get the beaver tail, because look at how much surface you have compared to the Lost Creek. The Lost Creek is like here, so this is like 100 and something. In total, you're at around 220, something like that. But to mount the beaver tail, this is the original bracket for the rudder. So what you do is, this already has an insert, so you use this bottom one. That one is in there secure. You have your hatch back here, and then I made a third one right there. So that one has a locking washer and a nut, and then you have the top one. So I have 3 bolts back there holding this thing in. It's solid. I mean, the kayak itself flexes, but it's solid. And then I have my cable running through here, and I can pull the rudder up when I'm gonna beach the kayak. But yeah, that's kind of it about this beaver tail. Trust me, this beaver tail makes a huge difference, and you can adjust on the fly, because this uses Allen keys, not like the other one that had Phillips, and then you had a nut down here and washers. So this is a little more quicker to adjust on the fly. But this and the 8-ball should be like the first upgrades done to the kayak, because it makes a huge difference. And obviously when you motorize it, you gotta register it. So mine is registered for Nevada. But yeah guys, trolling motor is like 110. Battery, I got it for like 120. And then the mount, I don't know if prices change, but I will link the mount on my description. And then these plugs were like $7 off Amazon. I got 2 of them. I saved myself money on the wire because I had 6 gauge from work. So like I said, I ran it down here. I only used up about like 5 feet. So you'll save yourself some money if you can have some wire laying around. Do not use 12, 14, 16. I know this is pretty thin. I don't know what gauge this is, but just to be safe, I went, this is already 8. This plug already comes with 8. Just to be safe, I did 6 inside the kayak just for my safety. And don't forget to run a breaker. I have a simple breaker. This one is off Amazon. It's a simple one and it's mounted to my positive. Yes, my cables are black. Cable insulated doesn't matter. What matters is a conductor. So this can be black, no problem, whatever. Conductor is obviously what matters. But yeah, this insulator, don't worry. If you guys have black laying around, just use black. I mean, obviously if you want red, make it more, noticeable, not noticeable, but like more, you can see what it is. Just whatever. I just went with black. That's what I had laying around and that's what I used. Not a big deal. But yeah guys, this is kind of a short overview. So like I said, water snake, this thing is amazing. This thing pushes the kayak. I can just pop this in and just cruise up to my spot. 8-ball. This thing's nice. I have it in this orientation just because I prefer it like that, but you can flip this up and have more leverage this way. And then beaver tail. This beaver tail, like I said, this thing is way better than the old rudder system that this kayak came with. So after doing some modifications, you can get this kayak to where it's pretty decent. I mean, like I said, it's not gonna be any old town. It's never gonna compare to none of that. But this is a good entry kayak, and with these mods, I mean, I think it'll be good. I mean, yeah, you can keep up with other people. Obviously other people can mount better trolling motors in the back. We just can't do that because then we lose the rudder. But yeah, this kayak overall, these mods make it much better. My drive is right there. If I want to take my drive, I can just take this motor out, pop it in. But never had a problem where I kind of need to. So hope this helps. If you guys have any more questions, I'll try to link my battery, trolling motor. I'll definitely be linking them out. So I'll put that in the description. And if you guys have any more questions, let me know. Kind of rambled off again, but I'm still kind of new to this, so hopefully this kind of helps out everybody wondering more on how to kind of make this setup with the trolling motor, battery, 8-ball, and the beaver tail work out. Thank you.